Welcome back to the HoodCast.
The opinions expressed on the HoodCast are those of the guests and the host. They reflect no inference or agreement by Hood Tech Productions or Hood Tech Productions LLC or HoodCast LLC.
The information presented on the HoodCast is not intended to offend any race, creed, religion, sexual orientation, or nation of origin. Please listen at your own discretion.
It is now time.
It's time.
Get ready. Let's do it.
Yo. What it do, everybody? What it do? Welcome back to another edition of Hood Tech Presents the HoodCast, baby. www.hoodtechproductions.com. This is HoodCast 358. Little something in this thing with my boy Bigums.
What's up, y'all? Y'all caught me in the middle of dinner, so I'm trying to get shit out of my business.
You got something?
Doing that.
Yeah, look, something right there. Look. It's
it.
great. That's called great. A lot of it too. Yo, world, this is HoodCast 358. We are missing a person.
Yes, the great Jen, the nurse, is missing because she got COVID.
Ain't that some shit?
The nurse got COVID.
Right. How's
The
that?
two heathens are perfectly fine, but she got COVID.
Right.
Maybe
Working
she's
at
wearing a mask
home.
appropriately.
Right.
How you working at home and get COVID?
That's what I'm saying.
No, she need to clean her house. No nasty house having that. Well, Jen contacted us early before the show and told us that she
but it ain't nothing like a cold anyway. She gonna get over that shit.
Okay. I'm sure she'll get over it, but it is a little bit more than cold. I'm sure many families will disagree with you.
That's an old discussion and a discussion for another day. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. According to the CDC, we don't have an emergency. Everything's fine.
Right, because it's like a cold.
It's like
It always been like that. But anyway, world, what's going on? You see what I'm saying? We back in this thing on a jig. Hey, Merc store. Hit that Merc store, y'all.
Get in
I'm
there.
still waiting on I ordered some shoes to let y'all see what the shoes look like. You know, see what I'm saying? The ones that's like finna be discontinued. They gonna still selling shoes, but that style of shoe is not gonna be like that no more.
That's like the Converse with the black toe.
Yes.
Right. So if you want to get those are gonna be collector's items soon. So go ahead and get them now. Definitely.
Yes. You want to hit them up.
Sure.
So Bigums.
Yes, sir.
What it do, my brother? What it do?
Man, I was trying to I grilled a pot roast today. 3.5 roast. I put it on the joint and smoked the shit out of it. So that's why I was a little late getting here because I had to get the meat off the grill. Pause.
Right. How long you smoke it?
Really like an hour. Normally a pot roast in if you do it in a slow cooker or something, that should take you like 3, 4, 5 hours type shit.
Yes.
On a grill at like 275, 300. Smoking for like the first half hour.
Gas grill?
No, come on, don't disrespect me like that.
Okay, I'm about to say, dog. Don't get up here and get East Coast.
Come on now, you know better. No
Don't
pellets.
get East Coast over now.
No
We don't use no gas in this
bullshit.
bitch.
Straight charcoal.
Straight
and
keys
wood.
first.
Thank you. You know where I'm from. Come on now. I invented the front yard barbecue grill in the South Side.
On the porch, baby.
All that hiding in the back. No, I put my shit on the porch.
Right.
No, yeah, like really like an hour and 3.5 pound roast for like an hour and 10, 15 minutes. Heavy on the smoke in the beginning, then just let the heat finish it off.
Yeah.
I actually think I overcooked it. It's medium. I'd say it's well done, which is a little bit more than none, and I prefer.
A roast, that mug gotta be falling to pieces.
That's what I'm saying. But when you cook it well, it doesn't do that. But it's chewy.
I know.
It's just still flavorful.
I mean, if you like finish it off in the oven or whatever, it's still gonna have the flavor to it.
Yeah, I thought about that too, but I didn't want to wait that time, so I'm gonna let the do his thing. I got a nice.
So y'all just having steaks for dinner,
basically.
Anybody was a steak.
So mine getting cold while I'm talking to y'all.
Well, you know what though, a roast does sound pretty good. Man.
I season the shit out of it. Beat that thing up. It's so tender. It like was in a boxing match.
I think that's what I'm gonna do the next because I bagged off of red meat.
I know.
You know what I'm saying? I eat red meat like maybe once or twice a month.
I'm not
gonna
big
stop
on it either.
eating. I'm not gonna stop eating anything that I've always eaten. I might fuck around and go down back home and kill a coon.
I don't know about all
I
that.
ain't had one of them in a minute. You see what I'm saying?
Everything that I eat got to be behind the fence. It ain't gonna be running through trees and the bushes. I ain't doing that.
I mean, shit. You do know they got farm raised ones too, right?
I did not know that.
Shit.
Well, I guess you can buy chitlins in the store in a bucket. So I'm not surprised.
Tim dropped his off at a like it's like a farm, like a humanitarian.
But they're not eating them though. They just raising them and letting them do their thing. They're not eating them.
I mean, yeah, because farm does mean you eat them little critters, don't it?
Right.
Yeah.
Don't tell Tim somebody's eating his coons. He'll be very upset. He loved them little he loved them little robbers.
Big ass motherfuckers too, boy.
I'm talking about they can feed a family of 6 with one of them real easy.
Boy,
real
for a
easy.
season.
Right. That's a nice Thanksgiving little coon going there. The word coon just makes me feel uncomfortable.
I saw a video yesterday on, I think it was Facebook or Instagram. It was one of them. Where it was a little child. She was on her porch, right? The doorbell camera caught it. She was on her porch. I guess she was either going in the door or out the door. But a coon grabbed her by the leg.
Oh, I saw that.
Hollered, Then her mama came out. Yeah, her mama came out and grabbed it, right? And she hollered with the coon like this. The coon sitting there. It's a rabbit coon. Oh my God, that boy was big and juicy too, boy.
Yeah, he was like a tender motherfucker.
Big juicy coon. That boy was sitting there like this. She had it. He was trying to do all this and shit, and she threw that big ass motherfucker. I was like, damn, boy.
Yeah,
that was a big ass coon.
They clearly weren't real country folks, because real country folks would have smacked his head up against the wall and commenced to skinning him.
Shit.
Yeah, real country folks.
Right.
Well, I mean, you catch the wrong coon though, you gonna have a fight on your hands. The motherfuckers is not.
Shit, they almost had one then. Cause a rule of thumbs, world. If you see a coon coming to you in the daytime,
fuck off.
Get the fuck out. Cause I think that's what happened in that video.
Yeah, I mean, usually they run. They night creatures. They come out at night. But if you see him in the daytime, he probably diseased and his mind is gone and he on some other shit. That and
it's people. This is people. You might think that I eat everything running through. I don't like possum.
You don't fuck with possum?
I don't fuck with possum, bro.
I'm really surprised at that. You eat raccoon?
I am too, but it's a little greasy.
It's a little too gamey for you.
Yeah, it's gamey. It's real greasy, kind of like the texture of the meat. I don't like the texture of the meat.
Yeah, possum's an asshole. He ain't gonna make that meat pleasurable.
He might. But I'm telling you,
okay.
It's some people that fuck around.
My grandma made us scrambled eggs with possum brain.
Oh, for real?
Yo, she made that shit when I was a kid. I ate half a plate of it before I realized what it was, and then all of a sudden it started tasting funny. But it was just a mental thing.
How it started tasting funny afterwards?
It was the biscuits. The biscuits was kicking, and I had the jam going, and then the eggs. She was like, I didn't know you like possum brain. I was shit. What did you just say, Grandma? I thought this was some weird sausage. I did not know that this was the brain of the critter you knocked off the fence in the backyard. Yeah, man. She put that motherfucker up, seasoned the shit out of him, put some sage on that bitch. We was fucking that possum brain up.
Wow.
And the minute she told me, I just got this nasty taste in my mouth. Like, oh. So I was eating frog legs one time. I thought they was chicken strips.
Yo, I got tricked on that. One of my cousin's uncles, well, father-in-laws or whatever. He had I thought they were chicken wings, but there was some big, thick ones too. I'm talking about like regular size little legs.
Frog legs.
But they were frog legs, fried frog legs. So I got one. I took a bite out of it. It was different, but it wasn't bad. And him and his homeboy there giggling and shit. I said, "What's so funny?" He said, "You know what you eating?" I said, "It's chicken, ain't it?" He said, "No, it's not chicken."
It's chicken, ain't it?
I said, "What is this?" He said, "Them frog legs." And he busted out. I looked at him, looked at it. I took another bite. Like, well, these some good ones then.
Right.
Boy,
dip them hoes in some honey mustard and keep it moving.
Boy, I only had to do that. I ain't had to do that.
So what we got on the show tonight? We got a guest coming up, a young man that I didn't discover him. We got who's just interrupting the show here?
Right.
Jen, is that you, Jen?
Yes, me. I came in to speak briefly.
Oh my goodness, she's sick and she showed up for the show. Now you can't never call her sick to work.
Right.
Listen, remember that Panda Express joke I made the last show, G-Man?
No.
Well, we all know where COVID originated, right?
Don't do it. Don't. Put
Yeah.
this timer up. Let's put it up right now.
The minute
Wow, dude. How do you come on this motherfucker?
And start shit.
Right.
listen,
That's what she doing it on her phone. That's why your phone and shit sound bad.
Not only that, but how you gonna come in here with that bullshit?
Her connection got COVID.
Jen, how you gonna come here with that bullshit?
I did not.
So you gonna tell us you got COVID from where?
They gave it to me.
Oh my God. Okay, Trump.
You know that shit spreads over the streaming.
Right. I ain't trying to catch it. Get off the call, Jen. That's how stupid we are. Get off the call. You're gonna give me COVID on the show.
I was just coming in.
She catching it at home, so goddamn.
I'm gonna tell you where I got it.
Must be airborne.
I'm gonna tell you where I got it. Miles went out to an event, a graduation, over the weekend.
Okay.
At the graduation, he did not know it at the time. One of our cousins had COVID. They tested positive the following day. Miles did not quarantine, even though he's fully vaccinated. He should have quarantined for 5 days because he had been exposed. Miles came up to the house. He got Gavin. Him and Gavin together, they went downtown Little Rock.
Kicking it like a mud.
Came back here Sunday. And I went to work today and I was fine for most of the day, but all of a sudden I hit like 102.1 body temperature. And I'm cold natured anyway. Well, I'm hot natured anyway, because my thermostat stays on 68 degrees year round.
I bet.
So I'm like, damn, what's going on? So I took a home test. Then I end up, it was positive. So I called my homegirl that's a nurse practitioner, went to her office, tested positive. So that makes all three of us in quarantine, and we're about to kill each other.
So and then when you went to the nurse office, you gave everybody over there COVID too, didn't you?
She just gave me an in-office test. I mean, that's all. That's what she did. I mean, just
Did
to
you have
make
your mask on?
it wasn't a false positive. I mean, I'm tired. My joints hurt.
Did you say your what hurt?
My joints hurt.
Oh, okay. You lagged a little there. I thought you said something else.
So that means you won't be no rubber rope climbing and chains and whips around for the weekend.
Nope.
No.
No.
No, I had plans to jump off the dresser in a Catwoman outfit, but and shit happens.
Yeah, don't it?
What?
That won't be happening.
Look like you saved some young man's life.
Yeah, for now.
Damn.
My birthday is on the 24th, so I still got plenty of time to heal.
Oh,
and,
shit.
And perfect that somersault that I had planned. But, I still got all my equipment.
Is Mama watching?
Hell no. Mom heard the word COVID. I ain't seen that woman's sincerity.
I don't blame you, Mama. I don't blame you. She was trying to give it to you. She is contagious.
Let me tell you what Mama
sit her
did.
ass still.
I'm gonna tell you what Mom did. Mom legit cooked all of us a meal and sacrificed Step Pops to leave it on the front porch. And I got video footage of him running. Like he literally threw it up against the door and ran like hell. That old man can get down. You hear me? Bless his heart. He's been through so much.
Between getting rupert and now she making him do the COVID deliveries. I'm gonna put out a bolo on Pop.
Wait a minute.
Be missing soon.
Biggs, are you eating?
You know?
Right, everybody off camera shit making me feel bad. Shit. Can I get off camera for a second?
Let me say this before I get out of here.
Can I get off camera?
We had a family meeting. Biggs is talking about Jen, you're gonna have to wear a shirt. We don't want anybody to be offended by your décolletage. Jen, you can't be grubbing on the live feed.
Listen.
Hold on.
No, you hold on. I just spent 2 hours. Right. I just spent an hour cooking this roast on my grill, and it's delicious.
he had to get back online to tell your ass.
Because I knew this Jen story was gonna take at least 10 minutes, because they always do. So I was like, let me get some eating in while this motherfucker's still hot.
No, you know what? On the Memorial Day show, this nigga had a whole ice cream cone, happy as shit.
Yeah, and it was just a point to make that you can't look tough while eating ice cream, and it was delicious.
But be that as it may, when I get out of this shit, I'm gonna eat a rack of ribs on the show, and I dare you to say shit to me.
No. Because he did say you could at least turn your camera off.
He didn't turn his goddamn camera off when he ate that ice cream cone.
But I turned my camera off when I ate this roast, though, and it was so good. Suckling.
Damn, dude, I'm hungry too. I'm gonna eat this big ass pot of
How's
green.
the diet going, Mac?
I mean, it's going.
I
made a big ass pot of greens, boy. That's my detox.
Yeah, we can see his dimples again. You losing weight?
Yeah, we can't see his dimples.
Motherfucker, this nigga face was full last year.
Yeah, he was chunky.
Looking like no boy out here last year, boy.
I know, right?
You got tight. I'm gonna come up there.
He looked like the little Stay Puft Marshmallow man.
We're gonna go running in Central Park when I come up there in the summer.
Well, you can go running in Central Park. I'll get a city bike.
Yeah, I don't see G-Mac.
That big
you get the city bike, I'll run. You can coach me.
It's like 5 miles all the way around that motherfucker, some shit like that.
I'm trying to run Central Park this summer now.
I would love to run Central Park.
We're gonna do that.
Yeah. Get your New Balance.
You know what, world? I love it when people don't know what the fuck they talking about. And then when they get to doing the shit, they be like, God damn, why I ever do this shit?
Well, I walked Central Park. I've never ran it.
And I've ran the Little Rock Marathon. So come on now, G-Mac.
Little Rock, Central Park.
Central Park, you can lay Central Park on top of Little Rock.
Right.
But hey, in the meantime, before we go too far, we have officially fucked off 20 minutes of your time, audience.
Almost 20 minutes. It's getting there.
Yeah, we there. So let's play some music and some videos. G-Mac is host choice. What you want to do for us? What we got?
Well, you know, I'm since the last time you missed the new videos, I'm gonna throw some new videos in there for you.
Thank you.
All right, y'all. Y'all have a good night. I'm going back to bed.
All right, Jen. Go take that Thermoflu. Lay out.
Yeah, get you a bottle of Dr. Tishman.
Unzip that mask too. You better breathe better.
I ain't even got on that one.
We'll be back, y'all.
Presents the HoodCast.
We don't need no camouflage, my niggas, we still soldiers, huh? We still soldiers, yeah, we still soldiers. We rollin' like an army, my dogs, and we soldiers, huh? And we soldiers, yeah, and we soldiers. We don't need no camouflage, my niggas, we still soldiers, huh? We still soldiers, yeah, we still soldiers. We rollin' like an army, my dogs, and we soldiers, huh? And we soldiers, yeah, and we soldiers. We soldiers in the way without the camouflage. On that man shit, ride with the fucking entourage. My lyrics ammunition, lunching at you in a barrage. You better be just like a truck, get the hell out of Dodge. So when it's one time, we on the battlefield like platoon. Master P, we all bout it from the womb to the tomb. Bust a busting out the barricades, niggas coming out the trenches. Ain't ready for anything, got the tools like the wrenches. On top of the game now, got this shit in straight command. Know you checking the apparel in the way we rep the brand. Coming from the land, we was raised up in that combat. I'm talking about the Arkansas streets, made it out of there. It's a fact, everybody's a soldier that's on board. We move and act together, dog, all in one accord. Mount Everest colossal, we about to do this shit large. My nigga run a tight ship, so salute, Sarge.
The whole clique full of spitters, official hard hitters. Ain't no capping with this rapping, ain't no stopping the militia. You mad? What's the issue? We certified gorilla with a touch of blue nose. We the monsters of the litter. Let's take it back to rapping, bringing fan satisfaction. Them gimmicks a distraction. Over here, we bout that action. This is trigonometry, you add and subtraction. Curving all you snitches and your goofy interactions. Line you niggas up, we gon' feed you to the crackin'. I hear your lips moving, but your niggas still slacking. This is Rocktown, we some Arkansas assassins. Critics wrote us off, but now they all on the wagon. We keep them dumpers cock spitting fire like a dragon. Niggas think they ghosts, but they spit it with no passion. Rappers wearing dresses and you niggas call it fashion. You thuggin' sucking dicks in a room in the mansion.
We don't camouflage, my niggas, we still soldiers. We still soldiers, yeah, we still soldiers. We rollin' like an army, my dogs, and we soldiers, and we soldiers, yeah, and we soldiers. We don't need no camouflage, my niggas, we still soldiers. We still soldiers, yeah, we still soldiers. We rollin' like an army, my dogs, and we soldiers, and we soldiers, yeah, and we soldiers. Them niggas know we bout to shine bright neon. Picking them suckers off a cornerback like I'm Dion. We bout to get it hot just like the summer in June. Got haters scared and shit, covering up just like a cocoon. Like 50 Cent, many men be hating and they still block. I got that sniper blow when I get to spin the kill shot. We was trained for this dog like we go in Bangkok. That be like what the fuck is going on, what the blood clot. Face muddied on the ground, moving swiftly through leaves. Steven Seagal, we bout to take the rap game under siege. They yelling Mayday, it's over for them, nah I mean. We stay connected and we rollin' on them like the 18. It ain't the same, we gon' different levels, two different leagues. No camouflage, but we gon' do this dressed up in the fatigue. The wait is over, motherfuckers, Ryder gave us the nod. It's time to hold our post, player, every G on the squad. We don't need no camouflage, my niggas, we still soldiers. We still soldiers, yeah, we still soldiers. We rollin' like an army, my dogs, and we soldiers, and we soldiers, yeah, and we soldiers. We don't need no camouflage, my niggas, we still soldiers. We still soldiers, yeah, we still soldiers. We rollin' like an army, my dogs, and we soldiers, and we soldiers, yeah, and we soldiers. We still soldiers, we still soldiers, we still soldiers. We still soldiers, we still soldiers, we still soldiers. We still soldiers, we still soldiers, we still soldiers. We still soldiers, we still soldiers, we still soldiers.
HoodTech presents the HoodCast.
My man, where the concert at?
You gonna go down 3 clicks, or as I say, 3 trees, right? You gonna see 3 trees. When you see 3 trees, you gonna make a right? Then when you see that right, you gonna go down a little bit, you gonna make a left. When you make that left, that's where you gonna see the hibbity hobbity, you know what I'm saying, the waggy to baggy show. I tell you.
Listen, back in the day when I was a young fella, son, before Instagram and before I had a cellular, you can catch the nomad, listening to go-go. Loved hip-hop, but back then it was a no-no. Papa always told me black music keep evolving. You know, Lucky Days so influenced by Marvin. So with the hip-hop, keep the beats cooking. As long as we move the people, so real good looking. Me and Prowess Mike out of the ponds and the brooks and put the bars in the pudding and show
you where the proof's in. This that native tongue style. Shout out to a tribe called Quest. Oh yes, we DC. Keep it live, y'all. Music is revolution. It might drive you crazy, but if it moves something, then shake it, baby. All the way to Africa, aka the motherland. Niggas still moving that contraband, catching a rubber band. Shorty gun in the bra, Saint in the other hand. Breath smelling rank like Shabba, Mr. Loverman. This is Steve Jobs, so quote on deck. Cause we gon' give them what they don't know that they want yet. We gon' give them what they don't know that they want yet. Shit, so give it to them. Give it to them. We gon' give them what they don't know that they want yet. Yeah. So give it to them. Give it to them. Yeah, priest. Give it to them. We gon' give them what they don't know that they want yet. Yeah.
Word to the sunrise. Rather less contagious. Another page written for ages. Alert the mages, cause there's magic in the air. For every treble, there's a bass and a snare. So prepare for the top. I could catch a flight of stairs. No luggage, emotions never come with a budget. I'm happy as can be. And your catches the fatigue. Cause it doesn't make the cut. When it's erasing the scene. We just graceful, supreme. Curators while we create the dream. We integrate. Catch the vape, we incinerate. And we flavor with the flavors. I'm a lifesaver. So make a step for the urgency. Grab a lightsaber. It's an emergency when I labor with mic pages. So take a knee while we iterate. The night raiders. They infiltrate when we innovate. While we robbing a figure eight like ice skaters. All these tribes is hot butter. They just microwaved it. My city undiscovered but we validated. Often favored by the school of monarchs rule. Who also lead the payment of good intentions. Honorable mentions. We carry on traditions like premonitions. And we gon' give them what they don't know what they want yet. We gon' give them what they don't know what they want yet. Yeah. So give it to them. So give it to them. We gon' give them what they don't know what they want yet. Yeah. So give it to them. So give it to them. Yeah. We give it to them. We gon' give them what they don't know what they want yet.
Let's go.
We gon' keep them bumping for life. We gon' give them something so nice. We gon' keep them coming for life. We gon' give them something so nice. We gon' keep them bumping for life. We gon' keep them coming for life.
Yes, we always turn me through this thing right here. We are back. We are back, everybody. We back. Second segment of Hood Tech presents the HoodCast, episode 358.
When I see Priest of Nomad, I'm gonna give him the blues about them little two-step dance moves.
Hey, but you know the
He was
house
wiggling like
dance,
Diddy.
huh?
He was wiggling like Diddy out there, boy.
I when I started going to like a couple of little parties up here, the house music is a thing here more than down south. You know?
Yeah, well, down south.
I don't even think it's a thing down south because I really started here.
In
I
small
really started
pockets.
here until I came up here.
No, wait a minute. Yeah, not
It's
in our
just like
hometown.
up here, you don't hear a lot of blues up here, but down south, you see what I'm saying? I mean, they got them, they got it. It's New
Yeah,
York.
but I don't think New York has like a blues venue other than
right. I mean,
BB
you
other than Bob,
find
other than
something.
BB King's.
Yeah, you'll find something here, you know.
But even the House of Blues in New York is not like Bill Street or
Right.
Louisiana or in Arkansas. It's not the same thing.
But like house music here, like I go to like block parties, house parties, whatever. And when they got the house music, it's like that same little two-step that everybody be doing.
Yeah.
Like how they be doing their feet. So I saw him doing it. I'm like, he doing a little, what I call the house music two-step.
It looks just look funny because Priest is a gigantic dude. Dude is like, you think I'm big? Priest bigger than me. Like Priest taller than me, wider than me. Priest is a big motherfucker. He reminds me of remember our boy that had a show up in not Yonkers. Dude that did he used to come over to Al's crib, but we met him when we was working with John Michael's project. He had the radio show. The Heathens, what was it called? You know what I'm talking about? Big brolic motherfucker. Just a big, Kava. Yeah, he big like Kava.
Yeah.
Like Kava. He big like Kava. Like Kava. He big like that. So to see him moving around, you be like, that's a big boy moving around.
Right.
Big dudes move, but it's just funny.
I seen dudes move to that little two-step.
Yeah.
I seen old cats get out the cane. They got the cane and shit.
But that's what I like about Priest though.
Like, oh shit.
Priest got a nice variety. I mean, y'all, if y'all haven't picked up that receipts joint, go out and get Priest and No Man receipts. Still got some variety on that joint. He got a little something for everybody, and he definitely is representing DC music culture. From the remake of
what he say? He had the go-go before. It was in the go-go before hip hop.
Right, but
so the go-go like house music.
No, miles apart. Go-go's more of an Afro-Cuban kind of rhythm. With the it's heavily drum influenced with the congas, you know, the shit damn near every drum you can think of is in go-go music. But where you can tell go-go song when you hear it, it's gonna go, you know, somewhat along that variation. Yeah, I think like I tell you, who was big on go-go music because their producer loved it. Salt and Pepper and Kid and Play. They used to have a lot of go-go influence in their music because their producer Herbert Lovebug, he was a go-go nut. So if you listen to like Kid and Play or We Just Came to Have Some Fun, can't think of all the tones, but if you just go back and listen to Salt and Pepper, you're gonna hear some go-go influence in their music. And they were well loved and greatly received down in the DC, Maryland, Virginia area because of that.
Right.
Got to give Herbert Lovebug his props too, because he had enough sense to see beyond the New York City city limits and come. I mean, a lot of cats in New York, DC is on their trajectory as far as touring. Right. But like when Biggie and Junior Mafia was out, when they came to DC to perform, when they had what was that? Get Money. When that single was hot, they came to perform at a club in DC called the Ritz, and they were not the headliners that night. Even though Biggie was the biggest thing, he was hot right then. Bad Boy was all over the place. The headliner for that night was Chuck Brown. If you know who Chuck Brown is, a go-go legend. He was the headliner for the night. Redman opened. Redman did his thing. He walked all over the bar and climbed, stage dived, all that shit, and the crowd was thick. By the time Biggie and Junior Mafia came on, the crowd was a little thicker. By the time Chuck Brown came on, it was standing room only, and it was clear that Chuck Brown was a feature and the star of the show, and Big and them, they were the opening acts. As far as hip hop heads, it was like, yo, I'm gonna see Lil Kim, Biggie Smalls, Junior Mafia. The hip hop heads was there for that. But the DC cats, to get cats to come out, you had to have a go-go act on a show. And then Rich, they knew, putting Chuck Brown on that joint, having him as the headliner, was gonna shut the place down. And I mean, I'm talking about standing room only, from the stage to the back wall. It was like this up in that bitch. When Junior Mafia performed, it was crowd, but it wasn't nothing like what Chuck Brown came when he came.
You fuck with go-go music, Biggs?
Yeah, I fuck with it. But for me, I'll be honest, go-go, I put go-go kind of in the same lane as reggae. In my car, if we riding 8 hours, you're gonna get about 2 hours of reggae, you get about an hour of go-go, and the another 5 hours gonna be hip-hop. I mean, just being honest. Because not that I don't enjoy it. I like the and for me, what's old school is backyard band, rare essence, and that kind of stuff. Now, there's other cats, DC natives, they go further back than that. You know what I'm saying? Go-go, like a lot of people in the world got introduced to go-go with Sugar Bear, rare essence, when they said go in the butt. That was go-go in the Spike Lee movie. That's really that's what really kind of opened it up to the rest of. I mean, the world knew about it because of, like I said, it's Afro-Cuban, it's heavily jazz influenced. Chuck Brown obviously was out there long before the world had heard doing the butt. But for my generation, when go-go really, and I would say my generation, older like me, outside of DC, outside of the DMV, out Maryland, Virginia area, and for you Baltimore folks that don't say DMV, but the Baltimore crowd, Doing the Butt was the song that kind of broke go-go out, where people had never, honestly, who had never heard it before, heard it because they saw it in that movie, doing the party scene, and when they're at the college party scene, doing the butt, sexy.
Right.
That was like the national, well, for me, for my generation.
So the drums on that is like the drums.
Oh my God, the drums and go-go is the driving force. It's a driving force. And if you meet somebody who's in a go-go band, 9 times out of 10, they play like 3-4 different instruments. Like the instrumentation in go-go is what's to it. It's a live music. You don't see go-go artists performing with a DJ. You're gonna see a full, I'm talking about a full band, horns, drums, a whole percussion section, keys. Like I said, it's an experience, and it's something you need to experience live because you can hear it on record. And for those that aren't as I don't want to sound like an asshole, but those who aren't as cultured in music, that don't have a wide range of experience with music, they might just be like, oh, that's cool. But if you ever go to a live go-go, the energy, I'll say the energy of the live go-go exceeds the energy of the live hip-hop show.
Okay, what do you think the energy of a live go-go show exceeds the energy of a live rave?
Yeah.
The raves be, boy, crazy.
Because the rave, I don't want to see. I got to be careful how I say this because I like all types of music. Sometimes a rave is fueled by other substances or whatever the fuck or whatever, how it goes. But go-go music and a go-go audience. If you go to a live DC go-go show, man, that music is touching them folks' soul. You'll see motherfuckers with tears in their eyes. Especially when they start playing the old joints. Them shit's like, it's like, when your mom is playing some old Al Green and Marvin Gaye in the house, and for a minute she just be kind of stuck in time. Because she remember her exact life, her exact experience, where she was when she first heard that record. Go-Go does that to people here, and I say here because I'm in the DMV area. It does that shit to motherfuckers every time it comes on. And it is truly a art form that has stayed insular to DC. Hip-hop is a worldwide phenomenon, and go-go is too, but you can play go-go outside of the DMV. You can get 4 hours away, and cats will know what it is, but they really don't know the history of it. But you can pick up a 5-year-old kid in DC and play a joint. And here's the thing. You can play 2 go-go records for somebody that don't know go-go, and it's going to sound very similar. They're going to be like, I don't see the difference. But you can take a DC native that grew up with go-go, play 2 different songs, and they'll be like, oh, that's Backyard. Oh, that's Rare. They know. You know what I'm saying? You'll be like, it sounds the same. No, it's not the same. So it's really a soulful music. Like I said, it has a space in Afro-Cuban rhythms and jazz, and it touches people's soul. And dude, when that shit goes up, that room be on fire. I've been in go-go's in DC where the fucking walls are sweating, like house music. The walls are sweating. You be like, yo. And but during those early years, like I'm talking about '88 when I got here. I remember when I got to Howard, they told us like, don't go to the black hole. And it's so fun. I just learned recently that the club wasn't actually called the Black Hole. It wasn't the name of the club, wasn't the Black Hole. That's what everybody called it. Freshman orientation in my dorm, it was like, don't go here, don't go there. Of course, when we left the building, went straight there. I've told the story before. Went straight to that place. Took off all our Howard gear so people wouldn't know we were Howard students because a lot of black boys back then didn't like Howard students. They thought we were there. You've seen the Spike Lee joint. What's the one with Sammy Jackson? They all on campus and they pledge and all that shit. They got the jigaboos and the one.
Does it do the right thing?
School Days.
School Days, that's it. Yeah.
You remember the scene where they go to get some KFC and they're trying to eat their KFC and Sammy Jackson is one of the local guys and he's like, excuse me, are y'all Hillman men? And they teasing him and shit. And it's like, y'all punks always come here, think y'all better than us, trying to holler at our girls. Well, that sentiment, it resonated with folks that were going to HBCUs at the time because when you were from out of town and especially if you were in a small town like say at UAPB, but you came from Chicago or somewhere and you were going to school there, the locals kind of had, felt the kind of way about you because, so they grew like my man said, we grew up here, we gonna die here, blah, 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 but you punks come here and think you better than us because there's always this little separation that happens in black communities of, oh, these are college guys and this is a local factory worker. And some people buy into it, but it's still a source of division. The same thing they do with old and young folks. I'm getting off on a whole slant here now, but the whole point being, when I came to Howard, it was kind of like that. Like the local cats was like, "Oh, them Howard kids think they're better than us," because they thought we were rich because we went to Howard. They didn't know we were the brokest motherfuckers in the world. Most of us on the student aid and some more shit. Long story short, though, that music, if you embraced it and kind of got into the culture, it kind of tied you to the city. It tied you to the city. Like I would come back home to Little Rock and I would play go-go for them. They were like, "What the fuck is that?" And I was like, "Man, y'all don't understand." That shit had become like an anthem for me. And when I heard it, if I was out of town somewhere and I heard it, I was like, "Oh, okay, they know what's up." So yeah, go-go is definitely a distinct sound. It's tied to a culture of the city and the region in DC. And the people here in this area, don't be in a room with some go-go come on. You be like, "Man, I can't stand this shit." Oh, you about to get your ass beat. I ain't gonna say you can get your ass beat, but you need to make your way to the exit. You know what I'm saying?
With the quickness, baby.
With the quickness, man. What else is going on, man? You're gonna have me talking about go-go all night.
Go. Well,
I tell you what. Go ahead. I was gonna say, I don't know if y'all been watching the news. We got our, not we, but the world has been offered our all our new Republican candidates. They coming out the woodwork, all shooting for the top spot. DeSantis, whatever the fuck his name is. Of course, he announced. Mike Pence announced. Now everybody's waiting on.
Mike Pence is running.
Oh, Mike Pence is running. He done filed his paperwork. He is running. Trump.
If I was going to vote for any Republican, I'd vote for him.
You mean, be honest? I would too.
But that's just being real.
I would too, mainly because I don't think he wouldn't be as fucked up as Trump, and I don't think he would.
He definitely he like salt and pepper when it comes to Trump.
And I think he actually gives a damn about the country. He just ain't on self-interest. Like he really wants. He's a public service guy.
Right, and watch him not win just because of that.
Well, the extremists are gonna be like, we should have hung him. He let the fraud happen. No, Trump is if Mike Pence starts making any headway in the polls, Trump will start pushing the big lie even further and saying.
I'm gonna tell you one thing, Trump supporters. PSA from G-Mac. If Mike Pence win this election, y'all better head for the motherfucking hill because he coming after y'all ass. Because he like, these motherfuckers tried to
right. They fucked up. They put a fucking noose up.
Let him get the seat. Let him get his finger on the button. It's over. Boy,
I mean, to be honest, if I was going, because like DeSantis, he's just a fucking corporate shill and a nutbag and an asshole. I mean, he's just when he was in Congress, he was an asshole. So I wouldn't vote for him. Chris Christie, even though he is level-headed, he is an executive, he knows the job. I still think his stuff is more of a personal interest. I wasn't a New Jersey resident, never have been when he was governor, but I don't know anybody that has great things to say about him. But I will say this much: when New Jersey got hit by that flood, he had no problem shaking Obama's hand and saying thank you for that aid because he knew he needed to do what he needed to do for his people. It wasn't like they wouldn't get the aid anyway. I wouldn't let the motherfucker sink into the ocean, but still. And he caught a lot of flack for that. But Chris Christie is he's a politician. Mike Pence is a little bit of evangelical nut. That would be the only thing that would kind of concern me about him because ban on abortion, LGBT rights, and that kind of shit, that's out the window if he gets elected. This is a man that won't be in a room with women unless his wife is around because he don't think it's right. I mean, dude's a hardline Christian dude.
Right.
Which ain't the worst thing because if he is really about Christian principles, then he is caring about those that are less fortunate. And God knows the rest of the country, the majority of us out here are less fortunate. So maybe he'll have some compassion. And the fact that he's not a billionaire, fake billionaire or real billionaire. I mean he ain't broke.
He's a millionaire though.
I mean, yeah, but at the same time, he is a man that can appreciate hard work. Now the racism and all that other shit, I never heard him say no wild shit. But let's just be honest. We don't trust too many white boys anyway.
And remember, everybody, he used to be vice president, so he got them folks in the trees on your ass.
Right.
Secret Service, like a motherfucker forever.
Now that fly that landed on his head might be trying to tell us something. I don't know. I'm just saying. The fact that he didn't know a fly was on it, that was a little concerning to me. It tells you his hair is stiff as fuck because that hair don't move. But no, I mean Mike Pence as a presidential candidate, I'd rather see him as a Republican nominee than Trump. I ain't gonna lie, I would much rather see him. If Trump get in office, still he gonna go after everybody that ever showed up in any format to say anything negative
That's
about
the thing, dude. If Trump gets in office, world to me, they let y'all know that that to me, and this again is G Max opinion. You feel what I'm saying? To me, the vote system ain't shit. It's not shit. What's the use of it? Because you let this motherfucker, he got really technically impeached twice.
No, actually, not technically. Impeached twice, yeah. He just didn't get
impeached twice. They finding evidence that this motherfucker tried to interfere.
Overturn the election, yeah.
The election, which is fucking treason. And then he still.
Don't forget the sexual assault. Don't forget the sexual assault charge.
Yeah.
He found guilty on that shit too. Yeah.
He showing his homeboys confidential fucking shit and papers and shit. What? He's still able to run.
But see, on the confidential showing documents, you know, there's a recording. It's not a video. And you hear him rustling papers talking about, I got this, I wish I could, but I can't. I think that's just him. Trump is the kind of dude to say he hit when he didn't. You know what I'm saying? He's the type of dude that he'll swear he got some pussy when he did. So I don't really think he was. I don't know. I don't want to overreach.
Man, I can't say that because you know Trump is a very, very. How can I say this? He's like the king narcissist.
Yeah.
So he gonna let you know the shit that he did and that he can do that shit. That's why he do.
I mean, he really honestly believes that I could declassify some shit by just saying it's declassified. Nope, there's no process involved.
Believe that shit.
But the thing about it though, at the same time, I think he's just such an idiot in terms of actually how processes work. You gotta remember, this motherfucker didn't want to read his briefing. They damn near had to give it to him in cartoon format to get him to pay attention to it. He liked to eat McDonald's and watch Fox News. So
yeah, I still can't get over even mentioning bleach in the COVID.
I mean, yeah, that part.
That shit gonna be like, damn, I can't.
But I mean, the scary part is though, you can go to any corner USA and find somebody just like him. That's why he resonates so much with people.
But that many people to make him president, bro.
I mean, there was that many people that kept him from being president again.
One, why I feel that the election process is shitty because it's supposed to be the people.
I mean, the electoral college is some fuck shit. It really is.
It's not the people. You see what I'm saying?
I mean, that was designed, and that whole situation. Goddamn it, we're gonna go off down political slant again. But I mean, it was designed to give southern states that had less population equal weight against northern states that had larger populations and this stupid racism.
Shit didn't work. The shit didn't work.
And it definitely needs to be revisited because, like I said, when you win the popular vote, but you don't win the electoral college because somebody won a state that had more electoral votes than you, and you know, Hillary right now is fucking losing her mind. But you know, whatever. That crook.
Right.
That chick. That woman. That
fuck it.
That former state secretary or whatever. The whole point being that if with all the different candidates they got, the problem I think the Republican Party will have though, if they allow too many, and that's one of the debates they're having is, you got to get like $45 million in donors to your campaign in order to be on a debate stage. I mean, they're really making it hard. I mean, they're setting these rules for everybody who wants to run for the nomination just to get on the debate stage. If you're not on the debate stage, you're not getting nominated.
Right.
You're not. And so that's like a big thing. So you got a lot of candidates that saying, "Hey, how are y'all going to save?"
It's all about money, dude. It's
right. The Republican Party is like, if you can't generate $45 million in donations, whether it be from big donors, small donors, whatever, then you're not even getting on the debate stage. So that just tells you it's all about who can raise the most money, not about who has the best policy.
Right.
It's not policy driven, and unfortunately, politics is not policy driven. It should be. I mean, hell, Biden got in because Claiborne jumped up in South Carolina, North Carolina, I was mixed up, and endorsed him when actually he was falling behind during the nomination process. And Claiborne came out and was like, "Yo, vote for my boy. Y'all don't want this crazy other white boy. Get this crazy white boy. He'll smell your hair, but he won't grab your pussy." and Biden won the nomination. That's the facts. I think it's really strange that they keep circling back to his son and some of his conflicts and his past drug habits and all that kind of shit. I really don't care about that kind of shit. I want to know what a motherfucker gonna do with Social Security. I'm old.
Right. You see what I'm saying?
What y'all gonna do about this fucking tax code right now that's so fucked up? Every year I make more money and I got less, and I'm trying to figure out where do I cross the line. Either I'm not doing the right shit with my money or something, because I ain't seen a tax return.
And don't that make you wonder? Like,
oh, dude, you know how many people on Instagram I have unfollowed because they keep trying to give me tax advice, and I'm like, fuck you. I don't want to hear you. And please stop taking financial advice from people on social media. You know, the guy that goes,
even if they're registered.
Registered what? Fuck them people, man. They want you to get a free ebook, which ain't free, so they can sell your fucking information, dude.
Right.
Anyway, another thing that's been kind of tickling my fancy a little bit. Well, not tickling my fancy, it was a recent occurrence in the news. You hear about the big sonic boom we had up here?
Mm-hmm.
Sonic boom happened in D.C. yesterday. Apparently, a small private plane that was supposed to land in New York, it went to New York, then it veered off course and came 4 hours back towards D.C., entered into D.C. airspace. They scrambled these fucking fighter jets because, into D.C. airspace you ain't supposed to. They can shoot your ass down. So apparently, they scrambled these fighter jets. And just give you a little more about my location. I don't live too far from the major Air Force base where Air Force One is located here. They scrambled these jets. These motherfuckers took off so. They scrambled so fast and they moved so quick to catch up with this plane that it caused a sonic boom, bro. My son called me like, "Yo, Dad, you hear that?" I was like, "No, I ain't hear shit," but I was out fucking staining the deck. I thought I had music playing some more shit. I didn't hear it. Apparently, this motherfucker shook the whole region. It was on the news with some more shit.
I think it goes like what, over 300 something. Once you go over 300 something miles an hour, that's when you.
I don't know.
Sound barrier.
Yeah, I don't know what the dynamics and the engineering or the mathematics of it is.
Wherever they hit that sonic boom was at, just imagine I wonder how low they were, because if they were low, that more could have.
Well, I think that the plane had got below 20,000. I'm fucking making that up. I don't know, but it was definitely low enough that. Bottom line, it broke into DC airspace, which you were not supposed to be doing, especially unauthorized. And it was a private flight, which had gone to New York and then turned around and came back to DC. It started, I think, in Texas or Tennessee, flew out, got to where it was supposed to land, but for some reason that bitch busted a U-turn and came back towards DC.
So it didn't land.
It didn't land, and actually it crashed in Virginia. All 4 passengers were killed. It was a private plane. The passengers were a family that owned, I forgot the name of the fucking company, which is probably an important detail that I'm never gonna have. But it was family members, including a child. Everybody on the plane died in the crash. But the jet took off after that bitch so fast that it created a sonic boom that was heard across the entire region, the entire DMV area. Dogs were scrambling and running. People were jumping up on the table. Motherfuckers thought, I don't know what they thought, but all right, my son called me from work. Like, yo, you hear this? And this was before it got reported. So the shit was earth shattering. But that's how fast these fucking planes move. I say that to say, don't fuck with our Air Force. They will run your ass down. Now they didn't shoot the plane down. The plane actually, unfortunately, it crashed. Everybody died, and they're still investigating, trying to figure out why the fuck it went and made a U-turn and all this other shit. But after 9/11, now if a plane don't go where it's supposed to go, we don't fuck around. We don't fuck around. I don't give a fuck if it's a paper plane. That shit don't go where it's supposed to go. Somebody gonna show up knocking on your door.
Boy.
All right, I've been babbling on too long. Let's play some more music so we can get to the third segment, and then we can do our random statements.
Get up on out this thing a little bit.
Yep.
Well, we shall be right back right after this.
HoodTech presents the HoodCast.
never arrive. We do not deserve this but me. Right? How much love do we try? How much longer do we try? I think it's best we check the time. Just to know I know you love me, loving me wholly, loving me slowly, loving me once upon a time, loving me only, loving me strongly, loving me you're no longer mine. I changed my mind so many damn times, motherfucking right. We do not deserve a puppy, right? Even though we so high, how much longer do we try? How much longer do we try? Even though this fire was fly, it's no longer our time. Just know I know you, tugging and pulling, pulling and tugging. All while I will, we fucking and fussing. We having discussions, but nothing's really up for discussion. No compromise, let's cut these ties. Fuck me, right? Even though we so high, even though this fire was fly, it's no longer our time. Just know I know you love me, right? Even though this fire was fly.
HoodTech presents the HoodCast.
Say hood. Granny Slinko making beats again.
Hey yo, Q. Hey yo, Q. Hey yo. Give him something to vibe to.
Don't need to ask for handouts from them folks that held they hand out. Let's be clear. That's that shit that I can't stand now. And your feelings, I understand that. But fuck them, man, where your plan at? Look me in my eyes, then where your head at? Ain't no motion for where your legs at. Yo, gal, don't listen, cause you ain't let it yet. Fucking a man, yeah, cause boy, you been surviving, but ain't started to live yet. Then gave up on your dreams and got you living with regrets. Expecting shit from others is a dead situation. Man, stop being complacent, cause everybody want a handout. They do. But when it's time to hand out, nobody's giving handouts now. I guess I gotta do it on my own. I guess I gotta fix shit on my own. I'll do it on my own. Alone. I guess I gotta fix shit on my own. Alone. Now listen, I'm not passing no judgment, but I can speak on the subject. Bet you won't get far asking your people for nothing. When most of them struggling, either working or hustling. But when they see you coming, yeah, you asking for something. See, it's a method to this life shit. If you don't earn it, you won't respect it. You value or neglect it. What you mean, young nigga? Stop saying that you stressing. Cause if you breathing, it's a blessing. Now what don't kill you, make you stronger. Like being broke shit make you hustle now. They ain't gon' give you what you ask for, but you can't lose when you grind or when you hustle. Everybody want a handout. Damn right. But when it's time to hand out, nobody's giving handouts now. I guess I gotta do it on my own. I guess I gotta fix shit on my own. I'll do it on my own. Alone. I guess I gotta fix shit on my own.
says me, myself, and I, baby. We have returned. Yes, that's that boy, Anthony Q. We have returned. Third and final segment. HoodCast 358.
Yeah, Memphis in the house.
Memphis 10, baby.
Oh, before we go any further, just so y'all know, everybody be on notice, Nicki Minaj is coming. A new album is on the way.
Okay.
And I'm a Nicki Minaj fan. I ain't got no problem saying that shit. Nicki dope.
You said new Nicki.
Nicki dope. Y'all be funny if you want to. I like Nicki more than I like Drake. So there you go.
Yeah.
You can say what you want, but I like Nicki more than I like Drake.
She got what's that little show that little girl well not little girl, little woman.
Ice Spice.
Yes.
Yeah, she signed Ice Spice on her production company, record label,
You like
whatever
her?
it's called. Not particularly, no. Because there's no variation in her flow. That's the only reason. It ain't got nothing to do with how she look or her little, I know she came from TikTok and all. It ain't got nothing to do with that. Just no variation in her flow. It get monotonous and it get now her radio joints, they radio joints. So yeah, she ain't like and then people gonna hate me for saying ain't like Kodak Black. When Kodak Black come on my radio, I just go boop, I change the channel. Because I can't hear this fat tongue motherfucking rap. Oh, yeah, I can't do it. I can't take this. But Ice Spice come on. If it's a nice sunny day and I got the top down, I'll vibe with it. I can't front. Female rappers have been taking over though. Dudes, y'all lacking out here. The ladies have been coming with it, like really coming with it. I tell you a prime example. This time last year, or maybe 2 years ago, not Lil Baby, but Da Baby was like a hot motherfucker before he ran his mouth and got in trouble. But the way that dude always talking shit, I knew he was gonna get in trouble. It's just, he kept saying, I got a milli. I was like, bro, you act like you ain't never had none before. But anyway. Right. And so now this dude's new record is some knockoff house bounce club bullshit that sounds like Pierce. That shit is garbage bag, dumpster fire shit music. I've heard better shit driving by when they pick up the garbage in front of me. That shit is horrible. And I'm gonna tell you why he did that shit. In my opinion, he did that shit because he saw Lil Uzi Vert winning with his alternative joint. Lil Uzi got the joint that's gonna be on the new Blue Beetle soundtrack. Lil Uzi got that joint out, and that joint took off. Like it took off because it was original, it was genuine. It didn't sound like a gimmick. He was just trying to do some shit. He ain't rapping heavy, and it's a party joint, club kind of joint. I can't think of the name of it because I'm horrible remembering the name of the song. I just remember how they make me feel. So he made some shit, and let's be honest, ain't nobody ever just screamed that the Baby was a hell of a lyricist anyway.
I mean, he alright. He is alright though. I kind of like his style a little bit.
Okay,
I like him better than Little Baby.
Oh, you fucking smoking. I quit the HoodCast. I'm out of here. I can't.
I smoke weed.
No fucking way, dude. Little Baby's way better than The Baby. Man, The Baby is the joke, bro. That dude sucks ass.
Really? I mean, he kind of, that's what I'm saying. The way he rap is kind of like, I kind of like that, kind of like how Ludacris raps, or how kind of like Eminem rap.
If Ludacris catch in the parking lot, he gonna fucking face saying that shit, bro. The Baby is not it. The Baby is not it, bro. Dude is whack as fuck, bro. I'm sorry. And again, everybody got their opinion, so you my boy, so I respect their opinion, but
The Baby.
Dude's subject matter is about this deep, and his flow is even more shallow.
I mean, maybe that's why I got like a few selection of songs of his.
Man, that nigga one step above Sesame Street, bro.
Oh shit.
That Suge Knight single he had, or whatever it's called, that was like the best variety y'all ever gonna get from that motherfucker.
What you think about Kendrick's new stuff?
Man, Kendrick should just be
weird. Now,
I respect Kendrick because he can spit.
Yes,
and he actually,
I was just gonna say,
he can really spit, and he does provoke some thought in his music, and he goes totally against the grain.
All the way to against the grain.
When he's telling motherfuckers to get off the internet and get outside, I love that kind of shit. I like that. Mm-hmm. And the fact that this motherfucker won a what was that award he won? He won a Pulitzer?
Yeah.
I'm sure it's a lot of politics and Jimmy Iovine moving pulling some strings behind that. But the fact that they could even get him nominated and he was considered and he won tells you the artistic recreationally does. I mean, you know, you're a kid in that city, you can't front on that shit. Dude's dope. He is dope. And I think he's the last rapper that Dre actually endorsed and got behind. And I mean, Dre's mystique has kind of taken some, he got a few chinks in his armor over the years.
Right.
Just because he refused to put out a record in a normal format and compete, he'll put it out with a video game, he'll put it out with a movie, but he won't just do a Dr. Dre release because he's not gonna let y'all say that his last release wasn't platinum. He ain't gonna risk that. He's like, no, everything I put out is platinum. He's not gonna let y'all get them first week numbers on him. His shit ain't, from the 90s. He ain't going for that. But his endorsement still does mean something because let's be honest. Everything that Dre has touched, every artist that he's got behind were impactful for their time, and they changed the course of music. From Q to Snoop to M, shit to an extension, 50 Cent.
50. That's what I was gonna say.
And then he came with Kendrick, The Game, and that was begrudgingly, but still The Game, loosely affiliated, whatever. And then he said Kendrick, and like I said, what 50 say? I get on a Dre, I get on a Dre beat because then my check come quicker. If Dre endorse you, he don't endorse no bullshit.
Right.
I mean, Anderson .Paak, he ain't a rapper, he's a musician, but Anderson .Paak, I mean, Dre just brings fucking talent to the table every time.
Mm-hmm.
You can argue about who produced what, and his hands is on this, and he got ghost producers or whatever. But as far as executive producer and man on the boards, Dre ain't never missed. Even with the Firm album, niggas like the Firm flop. Well, the Firm flop for a lot of reasons, but it wasn't because of Dre. He had a project with Rakim that never came out. He's had projects with a lot of people that never came out because he's such a perfectionist. But when he cracks the door open and lets you in there, you're going to get some super duper shit. So the fact that he came under Dre's tutelage, still, TDE, but on that alone, can't front.
Right.
Can't front. You know what I'm saying? It's some people, some other notable name producers that got some hits and some misses out there.
We're not going to say any names because there's a lot of them.
Well, one of his sons just got picked up on a DUI, but we'll leave it at that.
Right, that'll be something next time. And on that notion, world, we just get to these random statements, sir.
Yeah.
Since I'm the boss, I'm going second. You go first.
All right.
Hold on. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, you go first.
The world is a challenge, but you are built for it. You are built for it. Do not underestimate your ability to survive in this crazy, treacherous world. You are built for it.
Yes, you are, world. Stop watching this TV and shit. Get out of nature.
Fuck off Instagram. Stop.
Go hunt coons and shit. Live off the land.
I don't know about that part, but yeah, okay. I'm hunting in Giant. I'm hunting in Safeway. I'm on aisle 3 with my rifle out.
All right, world. And my random statement is: excuses are like assholes. Everybody has them. Everybody. Stop making them.
And also full of shit.
Yeah. So you won't be full of shit. Because your asshole pushes it out. So you won't have to.
That took a nasty turn. All right. All right, man. You ready to get out of here?
Yeah. Well,
Jen, hope you feel better soon.
Yeah. If I got COVID, that's your ass.
Yeah, I got
that's your ass, Jen. E. That's your ass. I'm not afraid of your gun, you little tackling motherfucker. Everybody have